I heard somebody on the streets, Mora, of course, saying that people do live streams and with allocated time. As for me, I do live streams anytime I feel like. Anytime. Anytime I feel like, because that is the only way to acquire the hours if you want. So, of course, when you're in business, you must be serious about your business. And your tactics can never be somebody's tactics. Even if you're getting so few views, that's one step ahead every day. So guys, just from my topic, you can hear or you can see, my question is, who is failing? Now, there's a lot of things about MARWA, DEE MWANGO, and ROCIO. And of course, you can see on the streets, whether the positive reactors or negative reactors, they're asking questions and, fusing and talking about the success and the failure. And I'm here to ask, who is failing? Now, guys, give me a comment once you come in, based on the topic, and you realize you have somebody who is failing, right? Hiyo kelele inani affect. Yeah, so guys, give me a comment, give me a like, and stay put on the channel. I know I've done a lot during the day, and I'm also not feeling quite well, so I won't take a lot of time. Maybe I'll take about 30 minutes, yeah, in this live. So guys, how has been your day? Today being the 25th June of 2025, there have been a lot of fracas around, and of course, anybody who went to any town and there were demonstrators, you actually felt what it means by picketing. I don't know why in Kenya we don't have picketing that is peaceful as it is in other countries. I don't know whether it's as a result of joblessness, desperation, people are tired with life and they would rather mess up and die. I don't know. I don't know also whether it's as a result of, like Nairobi case, the leaders who are coming and hiring goons, maybe the trained police who are targeting to kill, I don't know. And may the souls of the 8 fallen individuals who died today in the demonstration rest in peace. And I hope that the 45 who have been injured will also have a quick recovery. However, if you saw my video in Life Saga TV, I did a video on those demonstrations. It was a tall order. It was a really tall order. So DD4 live, hello, give me a like. Mr. Pickleman, hi, give me a like on my video. And thank you for coming on board. I really like when I start and I see people streaming in. It's a good sign. So you who have come on, thank you. Pickleman says I subscribe, thank you very much. And I also like your like, I can see a like there. DDF Life, hello, big up. FBI, pack it up, bro. Pack it up, bro. What exactly do you mean, FBI? I can see 11 more people there. Stay put. 3 likes, thank you for that. Yeah, Bema 22, hi, hi. I hope you're fine. So, people, let's keep streaming in. And my question is simple. Who is failing of the 3? And of course, I don't have a pessimistic attitude. I'm always positive. How about no? How about no? You're really pretty. Thank you. How about no? What does that mean? So you mean no one is failing? Is that the comment you're giving? Because I've asked a question there. Who is failing? Of course. Okay, Pickerman. DDF, Skibidi. What do you mean? All right, so I'm still waiting for more people to come on board. We had about 17. I don't know where the rest have disappeared. Mr. Pickerman, Gayat, FBI, Sifim, DD for Life, Raise. Mr. Pico Man, Sigma Boy, whatever you mean, I'm not very sure. That communication seems to be happening so fast that I can't know what you mean, but I'm here for a reaction. Of course, I'm normally giving both positive and negative aspects in whatever videos we watch from DEE MWANGO, Marwa, and any other person from Nyabohanse. So today I've just been able to watch Ginto a bit, also watched David Jr., I watched Marwa, and I did watch DEE MWANGO. So based on that, that's why I'm doing my reaction, just on that. But I did others for other situations. Bidifo is saying Sibau, FBI saying Sibau in big 2025. Oh, that communication, I can't actually get to understand what it means. But let's go on with our discussion. And as I said, I promise I won't take a lot of your time because I actually have to handle some other matters and I'm a bit of unwell. So guys, who is failing? You may choose to say no one. You may choose to say a specific person and maybe give a reason why, and give a shout out to something from whatever I'm discussing here. I always give the topic and sometimes a thumbnail. Today I didn't make a thumbnail, I'll make later. But let's go on, guys. So why did I raise such a topic? I raised such a topic based on the yesterday's video by Marwa, Cry for Help, African Village. And at first I thought that it was Cry for Help for fee. But later on when I checked the video, I realized it's Cry for Help for a boy that has vitiligo. Yeah? For those who understand vitiligo, an illness that changes somebody's skin from the normal pigmentation to some kind of yellow spots. And so I think you saw that. I'll be showing you very soon. Now there was that. And Maro was like, I won't receive any money for charity because whenever I do, there's a backlash. Now he gave instructions for Githriba to take control. And that raised my question, who is failing? Are they the audience who are failing him? Is he failing himself? Or are they the people who contribute who are failing? Or are they the villagers? That's my question then. Who is failing here? Is it that reactors have made a lot of noise online that he has felt that it's high time he does what Eric Omondi did and Obina and the rest, you know? Because I watch lots of people from different areas. There are those who work on influential world only, their travel vlogs, yeah, and so many different people. And so when you get backlash, maybe when you're trying to help, you feel like you're let down, and you decide that the better to spare the rod than kill the child, guys. So Marwa yesterday, of course, had to hang his boots in one of the videos, and he indicated that he's no longer going to receive money. And even as he announces some problems like fee or whatever in the village, he will not receive the money. Instead, someone else will receive. Now, of course, we saw the problem is the family doesn't have parents speaking English, but I just wondered, why not, if they have a phone, why not just give their number? Then someone controls, like a manager, controls the funds that will be coming in, instead of now letting like somebody else, you know, be in charge of that money. There's a blackout here. Just check if the other people have. Find a solution so you can now. Then what? We sit in darkness. Yeah, so guys, of course, from the discussion I had started, I'm sorry that is a bit dark as a result of a sort of blackout, or rather the loss of power. So guys, I'm supposed to play this video so that you get to see whatever I'm going to show. It's just about 10 minutes down the line. So Kenya is my country. Kenya is my country. There are a lot of protests on 25th June 2025. I had said that earlier, just as we started, based on our situation. Yeah. So let's get to this video. Then I will show you whatever I want to hear. Somewhere here.
Exactly, So, and also come to a very nice, beautiful space like this. Very nice. It gives me hope. Gives me hope of actually working hard, building every single day. Before I end, I wanna show you my baby, my
here it is here.
Of guy, and also procrastination isn't your fault. It's a broke. We will follow up. After that, if he goes to hospital, we will follow up. You need to don't need to look for 10,000 so that I can get the medicine that I will use to apply on this skin. Okay. To cover this, to bring the darkness. Yeah, because the melanin is getting out. All right, and then your nerves can be okay again. Yes. Okay. As he's saying 10,000. Me, I don't know if that will actually solve this problem. You guys will send whatever to Gitiriva. Gitiriva, you can give your WhatsApp number. Yes, first, before then, introduce yourself. Yes, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to
Yeah, so before we proceed, let me handle something a bit here. Is there a possibility that there's a window or something open? I would rather just maybe for like send that money somewhere so that it's handled. I don't stop my live stream. Yeah, so guys, as I told you, there was some blackout, but we are going to handle it very soon so that we have some lights here. Anyway, I'll proceed with the live stream because I don't want to affect your time or maybe lose the audience. So as I've told you, you can see that Marwa there is not willing to partake, take charge of this case of a child who was vitiligo here. Though he has been told in hospital that he needs about 10,000 to handle his issue. So he says here that people will give charity to Gitriba. Of course, you heard him.
You come here. He came this morning. Since morning? I went home for lunch. They didn't give you food here? No. I went before they put lunch. Okay. So guys, me, I was constructing at my sister. So I met this guy here, so I was trying to know what's going on. But you guys are medical experts, and if you guys know medicine...
Yeah, so of course, Maro again is doing the same mistake of mentioning, asking people online to actually prescribe medicine for this guy. However much it may be a good thought for him, I don't think it's good for the fact that many reactors have come talking about the he's believed not in going for medical, modern medical treatment when he's such a modern man. So who is failing here? Is it the audience, the reactors, or himself? Because now we'll see people, gambling around, people having a fight and all that. But is he not the one failing? Because now, by declaring that, again, medicine is prescribed here online, yet the guy has said that he already went to hospital, and we have people who have instructed that medicine required is 10,000. I don't know. For vitiligo case, of course, they just see from just seeing, you understand whatever is happening. And the best medicine, I don't know how best it can be chosen, but the hospital setting can be the best instead of random prescription through online situation. So I always ask, who is failing here? Is it the audience? Is it Marwa himself? Or is it us out there? Now, there's a lot of discussion surrounding the aspect of ROCIO Marwa relationship. I don't know. It seems to be an area of interest, you know. Influential people, popular people, politicians. However much you may not want people to talk about such matters, however much you may think you're an open book, people go digging about things. And I don't think it's their mistake. It is just nature. Yeah, it's just nature. You may call some rumormongers, you may call some haters. Sorry. Sorry. But in whichever situation, I think I've told you that once you become an open book, sometimes people read a lot. And they would really want to read a lot about you, no matter whether you like it or not. So the team D or team Marwa or team Devi or team ROCIO will always be defensive, saying, stop talking about them. But you can't, you know, like place a pistol on their head like this, you know. You cannot also zip their mouth. People are free to speak. And of course, I said, when you are an open book, people and at the same time critique you. So one thing that people have really talked a lot about is the relationship between ROCIO and Marwa. And of course, we've not seen any complaint from ROCIO for whatsoever. When she went to London, people were like, she's going. And when she came back, some were like, yeah, we talked, that's why she came back. But I don't believe that was the matter. Because if she wanted to really go, she would have really gone. What I think is that for whatever reasons that they stay together, they have decided to do so. But who is failing here? Especially when we look at the fact that there is some breakdown in communication at some point, because when you're a camera, people listen a lot to what they have said. Now, at this point at 31:37, Marwa is asking whether the boy was not given food in the home, right? Now, why is he asking? Because the guy has said he went to eat in his home. Again, not. So, of course, this kind of darkness has really affected my way of streaming. I don't know, but it's really affected my focus here. But let's keep talking about it. So we were talking about the aspect of relationship between ROCIO and Marwa. So for Team D, Team Marwa, come out and speak here. Because now the team you call haters are talking about the relationship, and they are doubting that there is a good relationship between Marwa and ROCIO. But as for you, the team, you should be there telling us, why do you think the relationship is going on well? Those of us who are just both positive and negative reactors, giving both sides, yeah? So help us to make it clear. Focus on truth. Whenever there are some negatives, advise, give that advice, yeah? And whenever there is always the positive, give the positive. So that you don't have to react actually and say that so and so said this. Just put the straight, the facts straight, Yeah, so we were onto this aspect of where ROCIO, during this, after Marwa has spent a whole day, helping in the construction of the sister's piece of land. Of course, from her perspective, she says she's afraid of men. At the same time, she's in charge. But from an understanding, what she's controlling is finance, as the brother controls the construction. And of course, she's lucky to have two brothers being at the site and helping her. And genuinely, because most of the times, you may have family members and you believe that they'll be standing with you in your projects. But some of them will be sly, you know, selling some cement here, selling some metals here, you know, collaborating with even the masons to steal from you. So if she has these brothers who are straightforward and they are doing their duty without such a crap, then she's very, very lucky. She should count herself very lucky. So of course, from the projection from other people, it is maybe going to take about 8 months to 1 year to end this. And of course, that's what DEE MWANGO promised, that her villa will be ready by June next year. And so we shall be seeing parties going on. Of course, we'll be making more reactions on those videos as we snitch around. That's reaction for us. We must just do that, because why not? And of course, when you are an open book, we are always there to review. So guys, when I looked at this, I saw something here that a lot of people had reacted towards, and I said, why not check and just ask those who will be coming live, what do you think about what I'm going to talk about? I can see some people live. Kindly check on our video. I'm in some darkness because there was some kind of blackout, but I know we are working on it. We'll be fine. Very soon we'll be back to light. Yeah, so don't be surprised and wonder why we are in dark and the video is a bit very dark. I hope you're getting the concept, because what matters is what I say, not even where I'm saying from. So guys, when we look at this, let's just check here. Because I want to go through so that I'm talking about the three at the same time. So Marwa, yesterday, after coming from construction, he meets one guy at the gate seeking help for help. Okay, we are back to our situation. Thank you. So we are no longer in darkness, and I think I'm now comfortable, because in darkness, you're not sure whether, even if you project something, whether people will see. So let's get to what I was talking about here, and let's see. Here.
Sometimes when I come back home and feel the birds jumping, and also come to a very nice, beautiful space like this, you know, very nice. It gives me hope. Gives me hope of actually working hard, building every single day. Before I end, I wanna show you my baby, Maisha. He's doing good.
So guys, be aware that Maisha was very sick. Even during the day the international guests came, they were not, the baby was not filmed in any way. And of course, they had given reason that the baby is unwell. And we know from London, she was unwell, ROCIO, and MARWA. In fact, this is where I start again another question. Who is failing? Did ROCIO make a mistake? Because when she was in London, people kept telling her, keep that baby warm, put on her legs some socks, use a stroller, don't carry him for a long time at the chest. And ROCIO was telling people, don't bother me. Leave me alone. If I wanted a stroller, I would have bought. But I'm not interested in a stroller. Baby Maisha is very comfortable on my chest. So, guys, tell me, who failed here? Did ROCIO fail? Are they the audience who failed in their judgment? I leave that to you. I leave that to you so that you give your thought. Because in reaction, perspectives are allowed, you know. You are allowed to give your perspective, actually. So thank you. I can see 2 people on board. You know, people are coming and disappearing. All right. So, who failed here? Now, when the baby came to the villa, we saw that Marwa relied on a YouTube doctor, Benjamin, to give an advice on medicine. And finally, the medicine did not fully work. So, on this day, the baby had to be rushed to hospital together with ROCIO. Even as they were sick, Marwa still went on working and working. This man is alcoholic now. Work alcoholic. Just tell me in the house, if maybe your baby is sick, your husband or wife, do you keep working like 12 hours? You are not appearing in the house. You can't take them to hospital. They have to struggle, go by themselves, you know. So this is creating room for reactors to give a negative reaction on this, thinking that Marwa does not care about the health of the family. So here I'm again asking, who failed? Is it Marwa who failed? Or is it the people maybe who are called haters or reactors that have failed him by giving such comments? Because they always say it is what it is. They live their life. But as long as you're in the limelight, you cannot say you're living your life. Never. Now, of course, it's good to work so hard. It's good to achieve your dream big and achieve it. But then there are days you must rest, because I made another video and I was like, Maro is complaining about headache. And some people think he's stressed, others think he's depressed, others are thinking that he's sick and he should go for medication. However, Marwa does not do that. So I don't know, is he failing or are we failing him in pressing him with a lot of questions? Are we failing him? Now let's go on and now look at this. He's going to show us Baby Maisha. Baby Maisha, of course, and ROCIO came from hospital. And let's now look at this. I'll allow you to see this.
See, how is Maisha doing? Look. He's doing good. Look. He's really improved, right? He's really improved. But also,
yeah, so guys, even though that baby has improved, his state of health is not very good. It's still not very good. You can see, if you have ever taken care of a baby, that baby is really struggling. Even if he's kind of scrolling around, maybe if he was immobile totally, he can say he has improved. But in my thought as a mother, I wouldn't believe that he has really improved. I would let him rest and I would keep him indoors. The mistake I saw here, in my opinion, some people will say he can do what he wants with his baby, of course. That is what people will say. But in my opinion, he wouldn't have to take this baby outside, you know. Like he did that, and I'm going to show you that. But before then, let's see about him taking care of himself. What is he?
My peacocks today.
So of course you've seen he's rushing to take the baby to the peacocks. A baby who does not even know anything to do with peacocks. Now ROCIO is not commenting on that as a mother. You can see he's literally struggling, right?
Though we took him to hospital also.
Which is good, at least for once. You listened and took him to hospital instead of having just relied on herbal medicine. No. These adverts.
No, I haven't eaten.
Now get to that. That has really been used with by a lot of reactors. Now I want you to pay attention to the communication, because that is what most of the reactors have focused on. And they are trying either to blame ROCIO for not being very good communicator, because she has been told by Marwa, I'll eat later. And later, she still asks the same question. So people are like, she's not a good communicator. I don't know, there was no food prepared. But as you saw at the gate, that boy said that she was in this home before they prepared lunch. Of course, ROCIO, long before we understand that she does not prepare food. In this villa, there are workers who prepare food. And I think Uncle Mo is one of them, plus other ladies. So we can't really blame ROCIO for not cooking or whatever. And when you are from hospital, how do you even cook? And remember also, some have come out clearly saying that DEE MWANGO said that being Seventh-day Adventists, they don't eat a lot of lunch. I don't believe that should be true. Is it true that Seventh-day Adventists don't take lunch? I don't think. Because there is another time, I heard also DEE MWANGO saying that lunch, you should eat very good breakfast, heavy, like a queen. Then at lunch, how do we eat? There's a saying that says something about how you'll eat during the morning, lunch, and then in the evening. In the evening, you eat like a beggar or something. So, I don't believe that this family does not eat lunch. And I'm not defending them, but I've seen DEE MWANGO sometimes serving lunch and also Marwa. So, that one. I just want to bring a reactor who said something here. And I'm not here to blame him for whatever he said. Maybe that's his opinion anyway.
Alright. And now it goes on full screen. It's blackness. Pole, pole, baba, pole, pole. Yeah. Pole. No, I haven't. ROCIO. Hey. This is like, have you eaten, man? Have you eaten? Cut this ideas that you're trying to do here. Okay? This stage show that you're trying to plot here, clearly we can fake it. So let me ask you, have you eaten? No. Why?
Yeah, so JT, of course, is a reactor who has taken some while here, and I think he has a perspective, and he has freedom to give his perspective. In my perspective, I think these people take lunch, sometimes maybe. But I wonder why Marwa should keep, with a lot of wealth, with this big villa. You know, if you don't take care of your wealth, however hardworking you are doing, I don't think that is deserving. It is a disservice to yourself, you know. It is a disservice to yourself, brother. Just eat, ensure breakfast and lunch you've eaten properly. Even if you don't take supper, that would be then okay. Because I believe as a family, in your family, you are people who observe health matters. Yeah? So let's listen here. Now at least I have seen Maisha with pair of socks on the legs, because I was asking myself, why does ROCIO not put the Maisha in pair of socks? You know, when kids are like this, pneumonia, bronchitis, asthma, and such illnesses, they can really attack the baby if you don't put on socks. Have you shown him peacocks? I want to go see how they are doing. Since they came, I haven't checked on them. Mara with peacocks. The serious farmer in him cannot let him take care of the baby and let the baby be in the house. He has arrived after construction. You have really worked the whole day, man. Brother. You've worked the whole day, but you are still here. And you've arrived, it is dark, and you are rushing to go see the peacocks. Don't we have someone there who can take care of the birds when you are not there, so that even when you come back, you are very content that everything is okay? Why then should you have to go check the peacocks when you've not eaten? You've not eaten. And then you take a sick baby to the peacocks. That's why I blame you here. So who is failing? Am I the one failing in my comments? Is it Marwa? Or is it the positive reactors who are not sometimes telling? You know? Look at that baby. The baby is still in wine. You see that boy? That boy. Now let's see. I like this kid. It reminds me of those movies I used to. Guys. We have a friend. Sorry? Yeah, give us some time. Yes. Guys,
We have a visitor from Burundi.
So Marwa goes
I'll
out with the
introduce him
baby.
tomorrow to you.
You can even see that heart is not
Hey,
very warm for the baby
boy.
actually.
Bad
In
boy
Kenya we use
Maisha.
something called a mask
One side.
kind of hat that covers the nose and all that,
Bad
the
boy
neck.
Maisha. Here, bad boy
That would have
Maisha.
been better.
He has had his friends make noise.
ROCIO is also just very quiet
Bad
about
boy
it.
Maisha.
So should we blame,
These guys want to eat
I
his
don't want
mess
to
by
blame,
force.
but who has failed here in the parenting aspect? ROCIO
Yeah, these
or
boys. I
Marwa?
need them to open and
Now for Marwa failing to
take
eat the whole day,
look
who
how
has
these bats
failed?
are
Because she
very
was working for DEE
vigorous.
MWANGO, of course,
They want to eat
and there
those
was
maize
food
by
served
all
there.
means.
Is it
They even
DEE MWANGO that failed or Marwa himself? Yeah, so they go check on the peacocks. I don't want to
I'm only
take a
seeing
lot
one,
of
guys.
time there.
There's another one over there. Check it. It's here. It's here. Yeah, guys, tomorrow I'll try to take them out so that they can enjoy. Today they brought them Sukuma wiki because I'm
Yeah,
told
so
they like
guys,
to
as
eat
we
Sukuma
take
wiki.
through this serious farmer series,
And I'm seeing a lot of my
we realize
plants
that he's so obsessed with farming
have
and
given
the kind of work he's doing for the sister as a foreman that he fails to take care of himself. Because, guys, even at moments when we are busy doing construction or whatever, we must spare some minutes to eat, right? And of course, lunch and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Supper, of course, as Africans, we keep eating, but as long as you've eaten good breakfast and lunch, supper can pass, but not lunch and breakfast. And as a poor person, of course, when the workers go eating, then you would have to eat. Yeah. So let's check here.
Or you can open because these guinea fowls want to go in. Go in, guinea fowl. I don't know if they are watering this house. No doubt there's. Mtakuja mpite muone mkipata ingine moja mnilete. Go in.
Let's get to somewhere else I wanted to show.
Your father died. And you're sad. Come and join me. You know, when my father died.
It should just be inside, not in the sitting room. I'm checking for some specific point here. I can't see it here. Don't bend so much, you are destabilizing me. You get it?
Yes.
You're not getting. I can't get that portion. Presets. Here. So of course the during the construction time we saw the preparation of maize, was it? And I don't know, was the maize too small or were they too few that maybe workers and the foreman would not have shared? Somewhere here there was a queue. I don't know what you are talking about, Teresa. Don't disturb me. So of course, at this point we can see that Marwa is taking juice that DEE MWANGO has brought. Yeah, I don't want to show them talking, but then I'm asking, after the juice, didn't they have? They could have also have served the maize, unless it was too little, and taken, so that he doesn't say he has not eaten the whole day. And we save ROCIO from blame, you know. That's how things are done, right? Yeah, because, for example, if I have my brother as a foreman on my piece of land, and they are really helping me to go through a hell of task, then to save them from, you know, staying hungry the whole day, what would I do? I would have to ensure, maybe from the food I'm serving the workers, or any other way, I have food for them. Now, there's another video that was created by Ginto today. I always look at him because he is always there to, like, attack and all that. And I looked at him giving a title.
And the mother could not be a teacher, and their father could not be a teacher also. And that's a life they're talking about. They could be talking about. We have been in a middle. Talk about the middle stage of life. But not talking about we were poor, this kind of the people were not. That's the thing that is making me to feel like, why are they lying?
That they were poor and they left their parents. You know, at back years when your mother is a teacher or your father, it's like...
You are even when I was going there, I can tell you this, when I was going there supplying milk to them, to Amaro's family, because I was going there every kind of the time. I talk about every evening, I supplied them with milk for 11 years. 11 good years.
And they were paying.
Yeah, they were paying money, and they reached a time they talked about, you have bought a lot of milk. Let's now come to your father.
Let's spare that part. So, guys, of course, you had the other day Marwa coming up in a video live stream, and he indicated that when he was young, he really suffered. No one even cared about him. No one wanted even to relate with him. People ignored him. You know, he talked a lot. And of course, I think Ginto is basing on that video to do this one. And here he's trying to prove that a teacher had a middle life, kind of. You know, long ago, people used to think that teachers have a better life. Why? Because they have a salary. The truth is, for those who didn't know, teachers used to earn about 3,000 shillings a month. And so they would take a budget at the end of the month. Unless maybe they're high school teachers, I don't know. Because personally, I had a primary school teacher in the house. So teachers would then go buy paraffin that would be used by their kids to study. Of course, that is why they call teachers. Yeah, so it is clear that during that time, then, of course, teachers were considered to be people who were middle class. But the reality is that they were just struggling. No wonder in Kenya there were a lot of strikes then that would make a teacher at least earn better. And even by now, you can say that a teacher is a middle-class person. Why? Most of them are struggling still in rental houses, not able to construct very fast. Even if they start a construction, they take loans and they can't finish that fast. They buy land, you wait for again the loan to subside before you can construct. You construct, the house does not end, and you have to keep struggling. So unless you are a teacher who is a farmer or a business person or a hustler, life is not easy. So Ginto here is just trusting that that teacher was good because the life was good because they were, you know, they were buying milk every day. And the fact that they had a TV, that argument is, I don't know, is based on his perspective because maybe at that time he did not have a teacher in the family. But all of us know that lucrative kind of careers are doctor, you know, architects, engineers. Those people earn a lot of money. And we have these people who are dealing with programming. I have friends who have done this, and you find they build so big houses, massive, that a teacher can't do. If a teacher does, then you must understand that person is very wise. No wonder the mother to DEE MWANGO had to have that daughter constructing her house when she began traveling and made money. No wonder. Even if she comes and says that my mother has enough money to buy 3 machines, I still believe that is a bit of a farce, because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It is only recently that teachers had a pay raise, and it can't be enough, quite enough, like a serious business person or a farmer. It can't. A serious farmer, one goat, at least, if you have one goat, it is worth 6,000 or 8,000. What about if you have 100 goats? A serious farmer who has enough sheep, how much is one sheep? And if they have 100, what about that who has 100 cows? And one of them, at the moment, most of them are going at 25,000. How much do they have? So let's not cheat each other here. But that is Gintu's perspective. I don't carry it in my lungs. No, neither do I carry it in my heart. It just doesn't even reach anywhere. So guys, let's get to ask, from what you've seen from that video, do we blame that is DEE MWANGO for failure of the brother eating? Because this is your foreperson, very important in your project. You know that they are very critical, essential in whatever they are doing. I think given the good relationship they have, she could insist he eats, or ensure there is food they eat, so that as construction go on, eating is also going on, so that he doesn't come to the house, it is already 7 and he has not eaten the whole day. Remember the other day Marwa was complaining of headache. What if he complains for another problem? Very recent. The other thing is, when baby Maisha is sick, I don't believe it's only ROCIO to accompany him to hospital. Maybe he can have other people, even the in-laws, like David Jr. I saw him at the construction site, or DEE MWANGO herself, or something like that, so that ROCIO should not carry the entire blame. But she has some blame too, in delaying to maybe take the baby to the hospital and not commenting when Marwa is carrying the baby to the cold. But that is their choice, right? That is their choice. They have taken a decision to live that kind of life, and they have a big villa and good life, so who am I to comment? Now let me come to DEE MWANGO a bit. As for today, I think David Jr. can comment him. I saw him about giving the money for donation to students. He also went to Mayugno's home, gave some money that had come from abroad. He also went to a different place, orphanage, of course, and the Brook orphanage, and did some care for the babies there. So for him, I can comment him during this day, because I told you I'll be doing both positive and negative alerts here. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, if you have other facts, maybe on the whatever I'm talking about. Now let's get to DEE MWANGO. I saw another video and I did watch it up to the end. Yeah, this one. The big reveal of my multi-million villa. Matt meets our village dogs for the first time. I don't know whether the Chihuahua survived with these other native dogs. I don't know. Somebody can correct me. Now let's look at this one here, as DEE MWANGO gets to her home with the Chihuahua. Mat. So of course, when she came with Mat and showed to the dog she calls Malki or Milky or whatever. Let's just play it here.
No words. Oh my God. Matt, your mom is here to protect you. Don't even worry, okay?
Have you taken medicine? You too?
Yeah.
Huh? Umepewa madawa? Sema hela yenye alikuwa kwa mfuko.
Annabelle, what can I give? Okay, guys, I'm waiting for Uncle Mo to bring the leash so that I can add, and then we'll go home. It's Uncle Mo. Even after we left.
That's real.
That's leopard.
Leopard can kill you.
I'm telling you, the camera is not so clean. I want to show you.
That's real leopard.
Yeah, so of course, the rest of the dogs were not comfortable with this mat.
No.
They were not comfortable.
Itemo. No. Simba. No. Simba. Talk up.
And she had literally shout at the other dog, Simba
No,
and
Simba.
is it Milky?
Apana. Congrats, sis. I have to take care of Matt.
Now, of course, at the end of this video, DEE MWANGO indicated that she needs someone to work. Particularly work from, is it 8 up to 5, just taking care of Matt, which is a good decision. Anyway, she's a rich mom. She's a rich mom, and of course, the only care is to wash and maybe prepare that meat for the dog. But then, from her thought, again, Uncle Ma must be there to oversee. Like she indicated that currently, the worker had taken the meat and cooked using spices, salt. And for her, Matt does not take salt and does not take spiced meat. So then, she indicated here. Let's just play it shortly.
You see? His own home to enjoy. Private home.
Private home loading, guys.
Go and greet Simba.
Simba. Lagan, Simba. No. Come. No. For now. Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Umekaanga zote? Mama, Boke amekaanga nyama za mati zote. Hizo zile zimekaangwa hakuli, zile zimewekwa mafuta. Okay, nitaenda nimpe huko chini. Siweki nyanya na mafuta na kila kitu. Si nilikwambia ni za umbwa Boke. Oil, tomatoes, onions, no. I give him plain meat, but there's some at home I will give him. Okay, Mom. Thank you. Check the small one.
The small one wants to pretend he can.
Look. I want to get somebody to look after Matt.
Yeah, that's why she said.
Here at home?
Tea?
Yeah, even when I'm gone. To make sure Matt has eaten, Matt has taken a shower, Matt has walked around.
Yeah, whoever is taking care of your compound should do that.
No. I want somebody special just for Matt, not for the compound.
Oh, somebody for Matt.
That one
Yeah.
busy.
A man. Yeah, only dealing with Matt. Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, the resolution is made. DEE MWANGO wants a man to take care of Matt, feed him, shower him, and ensure that he has eaten his meat. What is your thought? So is DEE MWANGO failing or winning here? Because in the first place, she gave meat to this lady who works at her mother's home, but without instruction. So the meat was poorly cooked, or cooked for human beings rather than a dog. Now the mother has actually come out saying, whoever is taking care of your compound should take care of Matt. So is she trying to show the failure of DEE MWANGO in the first place for not letting that worker take care of this? Or is she just saying it genuinely? I always do that so that you give me your views, give me your thought. Right? Give me your thought.
Uncle Mo will look for somebody.
Yeah.
Let me be around the engineer.
Okay. Okay, guys. So the house starts from here. Hizi ni nini kubwa? Yaani hiyo jinsi yote imeishia. Gastopi. Imagine mbili tu na zimeisha.
Engineer here. time
to build, and you'll be paying them a lot of money.
and they will be kicking you anytime. Like America, they always say, deport.
What will you do?
What will you do?
But they say deport, I'm like, wait, take me home.
Take me home.
Now, this is one of the speeches that these people said, thinking genuinely it won't reach any negative, or rather, people were critical. Now, JT, I watched what he said, and let me just show you what he said here. According to JT believes that they are addressing ROCIO, and even for saying that in her 20s she's made it, and yet ROCIO celebrated her 30s on camera. JT thinks that that they are addressing ROCIO indirectly, and when they say that someone can be easily sent away, JT believes that that would hurt ROCIO. And no wonder if you watch JT, because I watch MARWA, I watch positive, that is positive and negative reactors all the same, just to see what they are saying. So JT said that by coming up to say that, they were indirectly telling ROCIO, don't believe that you belong to the villa because you've not done it.
Pool and relax. In your jacuzzi, watch the sunset.
Eating organic food, and somewhere else people are struggling with
Pizza, burger.
Treasure.
jokes, but we are trying to tell you, the future is Africa. I'm telling you.
Okay, Maro, what do you think about these people are saying, oh, a lady who is not married, she shouldn't build for herself, she should wait. What will the husband do?
Google the richest women in the world. Maybe that by itself will encourage you to wake up and start building wealth for your own.
People like Rihanna fainted. They have what?
Rihanna had a house before she got married. Has she gotten married? Yes. Does she have a family? Yes. You keep saying like that, my friend, until you find yourself in a small slum.
So that statement there, according to some reactors who are negative now, they are thinking it was addressing ROCIO. So do you think they are failing in how they are communicating or how they address things on camera? Because when they say that if you don't build your home, you would be sent away so easily, you will be deported. And remember, ROCIO is from Argentina, she's not from Kenya. What if she's sent away by MARWA one day and then she packs? Where will she end up? Anyway, for positive reactors, of course, I believe they would say that, of course, it is one thing of inspiring everyone to grow up, and they are free to give their thought. They'll say that Maro was just saying that genuinely to encourage people to stop talking about women not building. And of course, it's a wrong idea to think that women should not build themselves. Everyone should build themselves when they get a chance to. Because before you are a woman, you are a human being. That is what I believe in my thought. Before you are a woman or a man, you are a human being. And any human being, God put us on this earth so that we can make changes and we can create a revolution from what we found. So, guys, I hope that everything will be set. As Nairobi turns to a battleground which has made us to lose about 8 people, and of course more will be lost, because if 45 are injured, we don't know what will happen. Yeah. So we have had iconic moments in town with protests that are quite, chilling. But still in Nyabohanze, we are still following the stories and just asking who has failed. Has DEE MWANGO failed in her communication? Has she failed in taking care of the brother as a foreperson? Has she failed in taking care of Matt? What about ROCIO? Has she failed in taking care of Maisha, her health, her home in general, in communication with MARWA? And has MARWA failed in the same way, taking care of his own health, taking care of his family's health, communicating also to the audience when he talks about such matters are being sent away? So guys, I leave that to you as your opinion. I took more time than expected because of the kind of blackout that was there and all that. So guys, adios. Let's meet another day for more discussion. Of course, tomorrow, if you have a chance, 10, I'll have a live on Life Saga addressing the matters of Morara, Kebaso, and Makore. At 11, I'll have another live discussing the aspect of Matiang'i as a member, a vying presidential candidate. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Zonga. Haya. You can now shout on